Good evening and welcome to another SOP Live Tuesday evening. So how y'all doing? Why y'all decide to chat and say hello? Let's give a welcome to Backwoods Law. The next unusual person in here would be Miss Kaylin, our MRE specialist there. If you're interested in MREs, go check out Kaylin Strain every Sunday evening, if I'm not mistaken. She does an MRE review. Go check it out. Then we got Michael, 58. And that's it. Among us.
We got some lurkers. That's fine, lurkers. You can lurk. If you're signed into YouTube, hit that thumbs up button.
Shady Hill, good evening.
Sign in.
Texas Rob, good evening.
And Shady Hills.
Unusual. It's not clipping on my end there, Backwoods, but I will check it out. I'll have to hook it to my other speakers and check it out, see if it clips on those. Mama Bear, good evening. You just may have too much bass turned up because, you like listening to that good old-fashioned rock and roll stuff, Crazy old fart.
Yeah, Mama Bear will be joining us on my live stream following this one.
HPC, good evening. Another Ohio in there. So tonight's topic is you guys. So you guys pick a topic and we'll run with it. Just don't ask us to run too far. We're all a bunch of old folks up here. We might trip and fall and need to go have to call Backwoods Law, come out of retirement, come pick us up and carry us off. So
I use a walker.
Yeah, if I fall down, I ain't getting back up. Just kick me off to the side and come check on me by Friday, see if I'm moving yet.
That's why you should get a bicycle, one of those folding bikes, and have Charles push you.
Yeah, no thanks. Fish and Loaves. Hello, Carol.
Hey, Carol.
So come on, folks. Pick a topic. Any topic as long as it's not unfamily friendly.
Which one do you want to start? I got a
playlist. Got one right here.
Yep.
For Dave, I have a playlist. I got about 40 things on it.
Hey, CB.
There it is. Hello, CB.
HPC has a question there.
Yep. Anybody have an arrow garden? So, HPC, I have not looked into arrow gardening, but while you guys start to chit chat, I'll go look one up.
Is arrow garden? I remember being at Disney World.
Froze.
Yeah, Disney. I said Disney and I froze. Back in that would have been 1990.
Yep.
And at the one restaurant, all the food comes from their garden, which everything grows in the air, and it just, as it goes through, it mists the roots and goes around, and it mists the roots on a conveyor thing. Is that what you're talking about, an arrow garden?
No, I think she's talking about the flower pot one with the lights.
Right there on the screen.
Okay.
Texas Rob has a question. Russian Navy in Hawaii? I hope it's Hawaii.
Well, that's not unusual. And for those wondering, how can that not be unusual? Russia's been patrolling our waters since before our government told you they were. It's nothing unusual. We patrol theirs too. We just get caught a little less often. So,
I think he's talking about the one. What's that big ship? It's not a destroyer, cruiser. Went into Pearl Harbor. I think he's talking about that one.
Oh, Backwoods Law says they're doing naval exercises in the Pacific. Now, guys, don't get too upset, but occasionally even though our leaders are rattling swords at each other, the navies do cooperate and do exercises together in the realm of stopping certain other people.
Yeah, it's been on the books for far longer than anyone cares to mention that our cooperative militaries, most of the, shall we say, first world countries, do cooperate on a semi-regular basis. We have the Chinese over here. We have the Russians over here. Our guys and their guys all go over there and various other places for war games. So it's nothing unusual. It's nothing to start flipping out over. They've been doing it since I was a kid, and I getting up there in years. So don't let the news make it out to be something it's not. Now, if they say a Russian sub was sunk recently off our coast for illegal activities, then you better start jumping up and down and flipping out and going to pack your bug out bags.
Yeah. Russians may be looking for some vacation spots. Yeah,
hey, you live in Siberia for 6-7 years. Hawaii is going to look mighty tasty.
Yeah.
Hey, Florida will look mighty tasty.
They have Cuba.
No, they would rather have Hawaii because it's a lot closer to the old home.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember when the Russian subs had trouble in Cuban waters.
You don't want to see me, Mama.
All right. Fishes just nailed it before I could. Arrow Garden is a product from Miracle Grow. So as Ron Netzel would say, the Green Wizard would say, it's a chemical garden.
Yep.
Well, therein lies the rub, if you want to call it that. You do not have to use their potted materials. You can use the base, which should be the container and light, and go all organic on the inside. You don't have to use their stuff. Now, if you're going just flowers for looks, you're not trying to go herbs or other things, then use the Miracle Grow stuff and grow yourself some really pretty flowers and put them on the middle of your dinner table.
Yeah, he said he was, where did he say it? I saw it here. Where was it? He was saying he was having problems with his tomatoes. Yeah, it works great for lettuce and herbs, but tomatoes he's having problems with.
It's the height.
Well, not only that, too. Well, you can get. I have a tomato that's about this tall and it's producing tomatoes. It's a patio container dwarf one, and my wife put one in and it's got up about twice that tall outside in a big, huge, 27-gallon container. It's still dwarfed, but it has problems when you don't have calcium in there with it. And tomatoes need calcium and Epsom salt for the, what is that? It's not Epsom salt. It's not a salt. It's
magnesium sulfate.
Yes.
Okay, folks, what you do is get Epsom salts or magnesium sulfate, put it with your tomatoes, and do like Uncle Alan does. Don't throw away your eggshell, dry them, put them in a plastic bag, and where's my hammer?
Break them up.
And pound them into dust, and then feed it to your tomatoes.
Now, with tomatoes, one of the things that when I did my thing on Epsom salts, a little short video on it, you take 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt, mix it with a gallon of water,
right?
And as you would normally water so like the gallon may last you 4 or 5 days, and do that once a month.
Right. Do not give the whole gallon to the plant. Little bit at a time. Do not. I had one guy said,
"Don't make it drunk."
Yeah, he just dumped the whole gallon on one plant. I'm looking at him like, I said a little bit. Oh, I thought you said the whole gallon. No, little bit. Yeah. Oh, and another thing.
Throw up Caitlin's comment there, Dave. About Alaska Prepper.
No.
No.
I have issues with Mr. Alaska Prepper right now.
Okay.
He has jumped full bore, whole head, dive both feet to the deep end into the fear porn stuff. Every video he's put out recently is, oh my gosh, you're doing this, and oh my gosh, you're doing that, and oh my gosh, run for the hills and pack your bags and do this and do that. Dude, get off your high horse, come back down to with the rest of us lower people, and go back to the way you used to be. I don't even want to watch him no more. because
Okay.
he's all about fear porn. Now, if y'all want to watch
Yeah.
Alaska Prepper, be my guest. That's on you. But I will not subscribe to watching somebody who's going to do fear porn. I'm still subscribed to him. And when he puts out something that's not fear porn, I will watch it. But lately, it's all been fear porn. I'm not going to watch it.
Okay. Carol says you can make your own arrow garden through check Pinterest and organic fertilizers. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but folks, when you do aero gardens and hydroponics,
Dave, look what HPC said.
Oh, I know. He doesn't. He used to talk to people too. Now, if you're not one of his premium subscribers, he don't talk to people.
Yep.
That's he's done the same thing. Canadian Prepper did, and a few of the other large prepper channels. They've all went full tilt, sold out, went total fear porn, and they're ruining the genre, if you will, for the rest of us. People are walking away. They're unsubscribing from all their prepper channels because they figure everybody's going to do the whole fear porn thing. No,
now,
Yeah.
my job is to bring facts. If the sun starts melting tomorrow and we've got 2 years to live, I'm going to tell you, hey, guess what? You got 2 years. Deal with it. Don't go panic. Don't go run in the streets, but don't get in the way of those idiots that are running through the streets because you're going to get run over. Stay home, stay out of the way, let them run past your place. If one of them turns and does something stupid, pop it and drop it. You know, just be smart. Don't act like the rest of the majority.
go watch Dave's channel or Gil's channel or my channel. I always
Or
put in the
Mama Bear
comments. Or Mama Bear Preppers. Always I said, not fear porn. I might sound crazy, but it's not fear porn.
Okay.
Mama Bear, I've been watching it since too many years. And he has went full bore fear porn.
Oh yeah.
He just words it differently than the rest of them do, but he makes it so, you know, and he's one of these big pushers on buy crypto, buy silver, buy gold. Well, you know what? I can't afford silver and gold, and I darn sure can't afford crypto. And but here's my biggest thing. Everybody's saying go buy Ethereum, so when the economy crashes, you've got money. Question for those people, and the same for those people who send money into stock houses for their gold and silver. The internet collapses, the world goes down, there is no way to communicate. How you gonna get your money? It's sitting somewhere else. You can't touch it. They've got it. You don't. You now broke.
Yep.
Better hope you got stuff to trade with.
All right.
I got stuff to trade with.
Hey,
Yeah,
Texas
I got
Rob,
salt.
Texas Rob, I agree with you. I was watching Prepper Nurse One there, and in 3 months' time, I saw him just, go, what are you doing, dude? You totally lost my interest. You're getting in all this weird crap that I don't like. And he's, was getting into a lot of stuff. He still had some of the other stuff, but he was pumping too much.
Weird.
Yeah.
Uncle Alan does weird, but folks, I do it in a funny way. I don't do like, yes, they're probing our minds as mind control rays. No, I'll wear a tinfoil hat, make you laugh, but I don't do that way. Now, yes, they are controlling your minds, but it's a different method. And I study it. Ask Dave up there. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Every time you watch a Target commercial, it affects your brain.
Yeah. Backwoods Law, in response to that, I've heard several theories on this, and I agree with somewhat with them. Not only is it going to be the gold coins, but the gold ingot and silver ingot, little bars, little mini bars and stuff. People are going to get out the scales, and it's like, okay, I need, quarter ounce, 2 ounces, whatever, and you're going to be snipping away pieces of the gold coin or the gold bar to make
well, here, let me throw a monkey wrench into all that for you. All right, let's say we have a complete and utter economic collapse. And hold on. I'll get back to Mama Bears in just a minute. Don't let me forget Mama Bear's comment.
Okay.
total economic collapse. You have, let's say, 15 bars worth of gold latinum, whatever you want to call it, whatever your currency is, and it's in bar form. Okay, so you need food. You hear that some guy down the road has got a warehouse full of food, is taking in trade gold. You walk down there with a gold bar, let's say it's a 1 ounce bar, it's not very big, and he's going to say, well, you know what, you got a whole bar there, man. And he's going to think in his head, well, my price for him just jumped. Okay, so you're not going to have time to cut it in little pieces, if you will. He's going to see you walking up with a gold bar, and he's going to say, yeah, that loaf of bread's going to cost you half that gold bar right there, and I'll throw you in a pound of hamburger and can of beans to go with it for free. The next time you go up and you've got another whole gold bar, your price is going to go up again. There are the people out there that are going to be able to take this in trade are going to be very ruthless, conniving, mischievous, evil. Your best bet, in my personal opinion, is have enough stock on hand so you can take care of yourself for at least 6 months. And then
I like backwoods Paws answer to that. I invested in brass and lead.
Yep. Same here.
Let's see Mama's Bear Prepping's question.
I'll get to it. I'll get it in just a second. Have at least 6 months worth to take care of yourself and extra. So when it finally comes down to the point where you have to start bartering, you have something they need and they have something you need. You're both going to need to be able to swap foods back and forth. You may have cucumbers, radishes, onions, tomatoes, cabbage, and he may have a supply. He can get whole beef for you. So now you're communicating back and forth and you're washing each other's hands, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Don't be trying to deal gold with nothing else. I'm going to tell you, when it comes down to it, yeah, there are people who are going to take gold and silver, unless somebody comes in with some heavy duty hot brass and lead. They're going to be out there taking advantage of people. They're the only ones that are going to want that. It's going to be basically worthless.
Yeah.
The barter system is going to revolve around commodities that people need. If you've got 55 bars of soap sitting in your basement and you have the ability to make soap, most people want to stay clean. You have a small gold mine in your basement.
Yep. Okay.
Being able to make something that people need is going to be your gold and silver. If you have no non-perishable skills, you better have actual product to have for bartering.
And okay, good product or services.
Now, get back up to Mama Bear here. She ran away. There she is. Okay. The people that call us fear porn are people who are snowflakes. And I'm not going to be nice about it. I'm going to say it the way it is. They're snowflakes. They're afraid to see the sun rise and the sun set because then something may actually change it in their day. They can't stand that. They can't stand the fact that there are people out here who think with their heads. They want everybody to be controlled by the government. The government is going to give you your earned income wage so you don't have to do anything anymore. You're just going to get given to you a certain amount every month so you don't have to work. Hey, Dustin. Those snowflakes don't get the fact that if the more the government keeps giving to people, the less there actually is. And eventually it all goes like a house of cards.
Right.
And when the poop hits the fan and the cards hit the deck, they're going to be the first ones running around screaming, going, why didn't somebody tell me? And you can say, I tried, but y'all snowflakes melted when you come by my channel. And y'all wanted to throw shade at my channel saying I was crazy. But I tried to tell you that there is a chance that this might happen. You need to stock up for your own self. I'm not telling you to go out and try and purchase the whole world. Go buy a couple extra cans of food every week. Learn how to make bread with no heat or no oven.
Fun.
Okay. Learn how to make hardtack. Learn how to make pemmican. Learn how to dehydrate foods without electricity. Learn how to do these things before.
Learn how to butcher.
Right. Learn how to do animal husbandry. Once you learn these are perishable skills, but they're skills that you can pass on to future generations as well, as long as they're maintained and practiced. Anything that's perishable needs to be practiced. Now, referring to skills. So we don't do fear porn,
Yeah.
but we do try to educate people. So if the time comes, nobody's sitting here going, ah, we're all going, I warned you. You need a can of beans. Come back by tomorrow and I'll see what I got.
Right.
Make sure you bring something I need.
Yeah. Carol, I would have to say that there's a difference between fear and caution. Fear is, oh, something's going to happen. I don't know what to do about it. Caution is, all right, something can happen. I need to be prepared for it just in case. I'm concerned. I'm not afraid. I'm just concerned that I need to do this, that, and the other. There's a difference between fear and caution.
I'll put it in a different way. Similar statement, but okay. Carol, you live down where hurricanes are at. You naturally make sure you have stuff for hurricanes. Now, let's move to the West Coast. They deal with earthquakes. Guess what? The basics are the same. It's the same basic principle. Certain things are different, but it's the same basic principle. It's not fear. It's not being scared. It's not being, flipping out. It's, I know I need this to make sure I survive and I have what I need to keep my family going. It's simple. We don't fear. We don't flip out. We just understand, for me, it's tornadoes and ice storms here where I live. So I make sure I'm prepared for that. Power outages. Now, my same basic preps will work down for Florida, will work out west, and down in the panhandle of Texas.
Yep.
I'm basically set. I have food, water. I have stuff to go out and hunt and gather. So yeah, the basic principle is making sure you have to take care of it. We're not flipping out. It's the snowflakes that flip out. And yeah, a lot of people used to laugh at me too. Last year in the apartment complex I used to be at, they started coming around. Dave, do you have this? Nope. Go get it yourself. And they were flipping out because they couldn't get it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Professionals respond, amateurs react. And snowflakes are amateurs.
Big time.
And they react usually pretty badly.
True. Remember, folks, a big difference between a prepper and a survivalist. Survivalists already went through it. We survived disasters, so we know what we're doing. You have a house flooded out, you get used to it. You have a homestead burnt out, you get used to it. You live in Stockton for 2 years, you get used to it and move out of Stockton. Especially after they find 3 bodies in your backyard next to the zinnias and the turnips. I hated that place. Dave knows what I'm talking about. So does Gil.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't quite remember our academy motto when I went through the police academy. It was along the lines of, in a crisis, in an emergency, we will respond in the fashion from which we were trained, or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, here, I like the way the Army puts it a whole heck of a lot better than most anybody else. It's one simple phrase that explains it all. This will defend. You can't defend nothing if you're panicking.
Yeah.
You can't defend anything if you're flipping out and going, oh, what do I do next? The U.S. Army puts it in one sentence. This will defend. Or this we will defend.
I like CB's, I prep to avoid fear.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one, CB.
Okay. What's the one? I want to get it right. If ye are prepared, ye shall not fear.
Mm-hmm.
Quote from the Latter-day Saint Church.
Yep.
Very true, Backwoods. If you train half-assed, that's all you're going to put out. He didn't say it that way. I did, but that's what he wanted to say. But he was trying to be polite, and my old trucker brain just ran with it.
And you triggered a memory from my mom when we were just kind of halfway clean. And she goes, "Why are you doing things half-assed?" I turned around and said, "I could do it whole ass."
Folks,
we
if you
hear
have
the-
any questions,
across
because
the
I got to
room.
leave to load up food,
Okay.
ask Gil and Dave any question that comes up to your mind on what's you have to do for your situation for the next 3 months. This is important, not fear porn, like Dave says. What the next 3 months, Gil talked about it and Dave talked about it. That's very important. And a lot of people
Hey,
miss it.
Scan.
Hey, Scamp. I gotta go. I gotta load up food for these old people and disabled.
Oh, I thank you for bringing my dinner to me. I was too lazy to go out and get it today. Thank you.
You don't live in California in the heat.
Well,
Okay,
he's
folks.
hoping you'll deliver it to him and bring him back.
No, as much as I like Al and I like Steve, and, your wife and kids live over there, and I do know other people that live in California, I am not going to live there.
Yeah, we want people to
No.
leave California. Go to Ohio. Go to see Dave.
No, do not come to Ohio because you're going to be knocking on my door thinking you're going to get something. You'll get something, but not what you want.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
want something for free and you're from California, go to New York.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stay in your enclave of ridiculousness.
Yeah. Catch you later,
HPC,
folks.
it's about to burst. HPC,
right,
it's going to look just like 2008 did.
Yeah.
Simple.
It's
And I'll tell you how it's going to happen. In today's news, I caught a hint of a very drastic headline. The fact that some of our very own companies like Pfizer and Moderna are using the China variant of the Red Dragon vaccine, which has been proven ineffective since the day they started using it a year ago in China. Okay, so why would our country think it's so great when China's already shown it's not? Because they needed to push something. Now, all these other countries around the world, literally every other country around the world, is saying it's ineffective and they're having a severe third wave start. Gil, did I or did I not mention earlier this year that we might have a third wave?
early this year, early last year when you had Doc Bones and Nurse Amy on, and back in February.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
February of
I'm
2020
choking on it.
is when he had them on, and we said there was going to be a third wave and possibly.
Although I doubt we'll hit 4.
I don't think so either. We've not unless what's in India makes it over here in significant numbers where it can start hitting the population here like it did there.
But I did catch a hint from people within our government stating the fact that they are fearing a third wave. This is exactly how they started it last year when they said, "Oh, we're fearing a second wave. Oh no." And what happened within a month and a half of their very comment? Boom, we all got shut back down again.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to do it this time. There are people that are fighting it. But there is also people who are trying to push a third shutdown already, saying that we're in the beginnings of a third wave. It's in the hush-hush back room. Don't say it to the news press because they're going to blow it out of proportion, which they already have. Just like I told you earlier this year when 46 got elected, I said within 6 months they're going to start to try and make him look like he was unfit for office. And what are they doing now? Just exactly as I predicted. They're making it sound like he's unfit. So I'm not going to tell you where I'm getting my information because you guys ain't going to get it from these people. They won't give it to you. They're going to deny they know me because if they admit they know me, then their job and my job in getting information is gone.
Yeah. I got a problem.
Other than the fact that you just froze.
I got a problem with them calling this particular variant Delta as if it's only the 4th variant.
We're in 15.
We're in 18.
15 accounted. There are
Yeah.
several that are not accounted yet.
Well, all I know is Homeland Security has 18 documented, and so they're going, why are you calling this Delta? It's not number 4. Number 4 was out back in
March of last year.
March of 2020.
Yeah, if you guys are looking for communications information, Survival Comms is the go-to guy to get it. He has done more radio reviews. He's done more how-tos. than I can shake a stick at. And having an electronics background, I can tell you he knows his stuff and he teaches it properly. I will say this: you need to know how to use a soldering iron. Halfway is decent. If you can use a soldering iron, you can follow what he says. If you cannot use a soldering iron, talk to him, and he may be able to hook you up with somebody in your area that can help you. Okay. Plus, if you want to know about hiking, he does that too. I just haven't heard
shelves line my basement, or before
all
I
things.
here I was putting up shelving units that I brought from California, some of which my wife got for free.
Fish and Loaves, his name is Survival Comms. That's his name on YouTube. And I'll pull it back up so you can see it right there. Survival Comms, his name. He is here on YouTube. I just haven't gotten a notification that he's done anything recently. And again, hello, All Things Acres.
Okay, and Survival Comms.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find it. Has basically a says control channel and a little lightning bolt on it. Yeah, I see a bunch there with that. It's only Survival Comms coming up, so I'm going to pull this up here and share this. And you can tell me whether or not this is it. Ooh, he's doing field phones and DIY communications. I think this is him.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
If you just want to share, I got the channel shared there.
Yeah, well, I'm verifying it.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, he has been put. No, I'm still subscribed.
Probably just not getting the notifications.
Yep, this is him. Let me make sure you got the same one.
And
Yep, that's him right there.
yeah. So here's the link for this. Control C, and I will throw it into the thing here in a second. Yeah, I'm going to make this big here first for you guys so you can see it. Oh, cool. And he's going to show how you can make a regular rotary phone into a field phone. I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, he's very, very, very knowledgeable. He is also a backpacker. He's run several excursions, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go. I'd like to chew out some people on YouTube for stopping notifications.
Yeah.
I'd rather get 300 notifications a day of channels that I'm subscribed to than not get any at all.
Right. All right, so I'm going to drop him down, and I'm going to put that link in the in the chat here.
Well, my issue with the current series of Red Dragon elixirs is the fact that every single one of them is starting to show severe side effects that are as bad or worse than the actual Red Dragon itself. Okay. One of our own members, Miss Lori, her daughter and her have both been very sick lately due to reactions to said viruses. Elixir, shall we say. Yeah, he's walked the AP trail. So we have members of our own community that are having severe side effects. That's one of the reasons Miss Lori has not been in our streams. She pops in and it just doesn't have the energy to stick around. So if you are the praying type, please pray for Lori and her daughter, Sarah.
Yeah.
Because I get emails and private chats from her on Facebook on an almost daily basis. So I do keep track of her, whether she likes it or not.
Sorry, I just read Carol's comment about Survival Comms.
Which one?
He's got an awesome mustache, too.
Yeah.
I know there were several of the ladies out there got all mad when I shaved off my mustache. But ladies, I'm not married to you. I'm married to my wife who doesn't like getting poked. Because my mustache, no matter how long it is pokey.
Right. And like I told my personal doctors when they tried prescribing certain drugs, they said, oh, here, take this one. It'll help manage your pain issue. What is it? Well, it's called gabapentin. So I went online and decided to research it. Looking at the bottom of my hand, went online. Oh, it's for use to treat depression. I don't have depression. I got pain. I'm not sad I got pain. I freaking hurt. You're giving me an antidepressant. But I thought, well, I'll try it. My blood pressure for 3 straight months was at 140 over 110 to 120. It's stage 3 hypertension, folks. That's that close to a heart attack for 3 straight months. The minute I stopped taking it, my blood pressure came back down to where it belongs. I threw the bottle at my doctor and said, shove it. But you need it. I said, it's not helping with pain. My blood pressure's through the roof. I'm agitated because my BP's up. You can keep it. I don't want it. Right. And that's why once I realized what it was doing to my body, I quit taking it. Jay, good evening.
Hey, Jay.
The party started. Jay's here. Let's go.
No, people knock me because of my smoking, but nicotine has a mild numbing effect. It's not necessarily a true anti-pain device, but it has just enough that it helps keep the edge off so I can function. If I quit smoking, my blood pressure goes back up above where it is now. And I go through a lot more pain. I'm a lot more agitated because of the pain I'm in. Yeah. No, I'm not a fun person to be around because of the pain. It's not because I quit smoking. It's because I'm in that much pain. Mitz, good evening.
Hey, Mitz. Oh, got your Ruger stick sighted today, huh, Jay?
No, it's gotten to the point where doctors go, yo, Pharmacomp, what do you got for me to push this month? Because what some people may or may not know is these pharmacy places, all these major pharmaceutical companies, hire these very beautiful and attractive 20 to 30-year-old women to walk to these doctors' offices carrying a small little bag, wearing 8-inch high spike heels, wearing the skimpiest clothes that they can walk in, and they go in and talk to the doctors. Hi, I have this wonderful drug for you to prescribe to your patients. We'll give it to you at a reduced discount so you can make a little extra on the side. And the doctors are going, yeah, give me more, huh? And so they push it. They get a little extra. The pharmaceutical company makes a small killing. And you want it, you're getting killed because most of the time the drugs they're prescribing nowadays have more side effects that are worse than what they're trying to treat.
Mm-hmm.
Very true, Backwood.
Yeah. Unfortunately, people watch certain TV shows about doctors and think that's how doctors are. I would love to meet an actual doctor that operates like House does, that is so fanatic about finding the cause and fixing the cause and not just treating the symptoms.
Well, there is actually, that is based somewhat on a true doctor. It does have some basis in fact.
Yeah.
Which is why I kind of liked watching the House series because, the case didn't care for the players in it, but I cared about the cases themselves because they used actual case history on the show itself, which I found interesting. Yeah. I keep adding to my pokey things. So yeah. And that one up there, that one out reaches out a little ways.
On your tracer pellets.
Yeah, I seen your last comment.
The reason I put that comment is because there is a company that sells coatings for Freedom Seeds, especially if you have, and they make the ones that are hollow point. They pack the hollow point with.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's one of the biggest farces and fairy tales you can hear. If you take a hollow point and put liquid in it,
not liquid, this was bone material.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The minute it's shot out of a firearm, the minute it starts spinning and going through rotation coming out of that barrel, and there are more channels that have proven what I'm fixing to tell you is true. As it is, once it leaves the barrel, everything that's in the tip just falls out. Doesn't literally fall out, but it disintegrates.
Yeah.
It dissipates. So by the time it hits the target, it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
There are people that used to put mercury inside hollow points covered with wax. Okay, wax cannot stand the heat of being fired out of a barrel. The wax melts, and it's been proven that before it gets 50 feet, all the mercury in the tip is gone.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the biggest farce and fallacy and myth that there is when it comes to filling hollow points. It does you absolutely no good.
Yeah. The what some people did to on talk about the mercury stuff, you drilled it a little bit deeper and then put soldered over it and sealed it.
But then you take the chance in changing the parabellum's weight balance.
Mm-hmm.
All parabellums are designed, and for those who don't know what a parabellum is, that's your bullet. All parabellums are designed to be fired in a certain way. They're manufactured and machined a certain way, so when fired, they stay true to their flight path. You change that balance, it's going to start oscillating, which means your target is no longer going to get hit when you want to hit it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why, people who shoot bow and arrow or crossbows have what they call archer's paradox. They have to take into account that at a certain range, their shot is not going to be accurate at all. My crossbow is a 130-pound draw. It has the ability to shoot an arrow 300 yards with no problem. The problem is my accuracy range is about 100 yards. There are people who may take it to 150, but your best accuracy is out to about 100 yards. Once you get past that, your archer's paradox is making your arrow do one of these nice wobbly diving things all the time, and you lose your accuracy. It's the same with a bullet. If you change the bullet's characteristics in such a way that changes its balance, you're going to wind up with a very similar problem. It's going to oscillate, and therefore your trajectory is wrong. If you don't believe what I'm saying, if you think I'm out of my mind, go watch Tal Fledermaus. He does all kinds of.
I know. If you people that drill theirs out, if they don't have that thing absolutely perfect, and you're using a precision drill, you're going to throw it all out of whack.
Right. Go watch Tal Fledermaus because he does parabellum testing all the time. Yes, they use 12 gauge as the medium for testing because it's easier to see what minor changes do to it. And if you go smaller scale, the changes are more drastic. Now, I can't take any of these pellets and modify them and expect them to work because even the slightest change to something this small is going to drastically affect it. So you're not going to take a 9, a 38, or a 22 and change it in any way to benefit your needs. It's not going to happen.
Sorry, Jay. Yeah, that was Hollywood acting there for Jaws.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't work. I laugh at that now. Because that's what got me started. When I was a kid, my stepdad had a 357. He had hollow points, and I asked him, I said, can we put anything in it? And he showed me, no, you can't. So I've known since I was a kid it really didn't work. Now it's proven.
Carol says you just need body paint they use at rave parties. That she's talking about for saying used for night use. Now the paint that goes on the backside from your kit there, since it's not being fired from anything with high temperature pushing it out. You could use just about any type of paint on the backside to see it going, especially if you use fluorescent.
Right. But you have to also seal. You need a white base. your color, and then a seal. You need the clear coat to seal it in there, because if you just spray paint on lead, it kind of stays tacky all the time. You have to use a clear coat so it'll harden it. I've got some right now. Here. See if I can get my camera to show it.
The red? Yeah.
Yep. And that's just a dark red. It didn't show up very well, but it has to be clear coated. And yeah, anybody that's built a firearm of any kind and has had the option to pick a barrel usually picks a longer one for the simple reason you can reach out and touch something all day long. You go back and look at the barrels in, I don't know, like 300 years ago, 250 years ago, something like that, when they started really producing powdered projectiles. The good old-fashioned rifles, they had barrels almost as long as I am tall. Okay, they were designed to reach out and touch something. Yeah, there are shorter versions too, your saddle rifles, but the longer ones are the ones that were used to reach out and touch something.
Here. Here's something here real quick.
Hey, Jay, back in 1985, with an M16, we were hitting Nat Plus in basic training. It comes down to the shooter knowing what they have. Now, provided their weapon isn't completely and totally wore out and useless already, that shouldn't be an issue. Oh, gee, we're getting close to the top of the hour.
Yeah. Time flies when we're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Making funny jokes out there in the side chat and bust us up. Okay. Oh, and everybody, when you read what the topic of my live is, keep it clean. I'm not talking those type vices. I'm talking about crutches and type, if you look at different definitions, crutches or a support. There we go.
Coffee. Yeah, take my coffee away. Watch what happens.
All right. Yeah. Well, I know Mama Bear is going to be coming on over there, and I need to go get things set up. So so Mama Bear is going to be on mine tonight because they were using A4s for shooting barrels in the carving system for gas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. It's the pressure system designed for short barrels, not 16 or longer.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and head over there, and I will see you all in about 10 minutes.
Okay. Eek. Now y'all have to look at me all by myself. Scary, I know. I'm sorry. So anything else y'all want to flip the I can't even talk. Flap the Japs with. Jap says, yeah, jaw. Flap the app, whatever. Yeah. Yep. You guys can play with those little ones. I want something that makes a big boom when it hits, and I'll take my M203. Thanks. It was my favorite firearm when I got to play with them. And I played with dragons, laws, toes. I still like my M203. There's Miss Nina. Good evening, Miss Nina. I hope you're staying comfortable down there, down south. We got a few minutes here. Sorry, I'm just reading y'all's chat. Well, Scan will say a prayer for you this evening. Hey, DeKraken, I didn't see you sneak in here, young man. Did you hit the like button when you snuck in? Yeah, we'll be heading over to Gray Man Prepping here in a moment. I don't know if couldn't remember if he threw it. Dumb. Shoot. A link. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if he threw a link in there. And of course, my YouTube, there it is. Let me grab a link to it real quick just in case anybody missed it. There's a link to the channel we're going to in just a moment. And I gotta set my computer up for it. So y'all should go get your computer set up for it too. I never got to play with that one, Backwoods. They just threw an M203 in my hand and said enjoy, and I did. Probably a little too much. I did get some strange looks. But, you know, hey, when you can reach out something and watch it go, boop, it's really fun. I never got to play with the proximity rounds either. I'd have probably had way too much fun. I guess the most disgusting thing I seen when I was it was during basic training. They said an M2, not an M23, but a Claymore landmine facing out to the tree line. And of course, we're all back far enough, and they were explaining how to use the Claymore. And of course, they detonated it, and you could see branches in the trees in the background just kind of drop. And drill sergeant picks up his glasses and looks out at the tree line. He's talking about it. He says, "Oh, we kind of got something. They nailed a deer." Yeah, it was Swiss cheese. So, all right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down for this evening. Thank you all for stopping by. I got 17 in the chat room right now. Appreciate it. If you haven't, go jump on that link in a few minutes here and head over to Gills. We'll pick up what are your vices, as in coffee, other things that you feel you need to survive. Jay, we don't talk about my military service. Or, sorry, Texas, we don't talk about it. That's a private chat for another day. But go over and jump on Gills after you've gotten yourself a drink and some comfortable things to sit on. And until next time, which will be Friday, we'll see y'all again. Be safe, God bless, and see you over Gills.